Hey Weaver Beavers, welcome to a new STEM challenge. What if I told you that you can make liquids turn into striped liquids, all using the power of density? I'm gonna show you with an experiment using a bunch of different liquids. This lesson or challenge uses a couple materials, a few more than we normally do. So make sure you ask an adult before taking these materials and maybe get them to help. All right, we're gonna have to head to my kitchen. Let's go. All right, now that we're in my kitchen, we'll start our experiment. I'm gonna explain the science first, then we'll get into actually conducting our experiment. Like I said, we are going to make striped liquids. We're gonna do it through the power of density. We explored density in our lava lamp experiment. Density is the amount of mass per volume something takes up. That means how compact something is and by how much space it takes up. So for example, I have corn syrup and I dyed it red just to help us see. Water that I dyed blue, and then vegetable oil. I just left its color. These are 3 liquids. I used half a cup of each, so they're the same amount, the same volume, but they all have a different density. Corn syrup is the highest density, so it will sink to the bottom and stay on the bottom. Water's in the middle, so it'll float on top. It won't mix because it's less dense. Finally, you have vegetable oil, which is the least dense of them all. So the goal is it will sit on the top, creating a striped effect with our liquids. Now, when you do this, you want a tall glass. I'm using a vase. These work well because you'll be able to clearly see the stripes and there's no indents. You also might want to dye your liquids like I did to help see the difference. I used these 3. You can use whatever. Maybe you want to use milk or juice or even soap. Just look up the density of it on your Chromebook. You can just Google the density of and your liquid. See which one's the heaviest and put that on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna go in and start pouring. I might use a funnel to make sure it's level. You could also just pour it in. We'll see what works best. You can see that I have stripes in my liquids. The red corn syrup is sitting at the bottom, the blue water in the middle, and the oil is floating on top, all through the power of density. Now, I encourage you to try this in your workspace. You don't need to use the same liquids I did. Like I said, you could use soap, milk, or even juice. Just make sure you check the density. You could even try pouring the least dense first and see what happens. You're the scientist, you get to explore. If you do this experiment, I'd love to hear about it. Send me your pictures, videos, or messages to my email, and you'll be entered into our Scientist of the Week drawing. I would love to just hear a message too about why this experiment works. If you can't try it, send me a message instead, and you'll still be entered into our Scientist of the Week drawing. Good luck.